Today we are talking about breeding and keeping Porcellionides pruinosus. Hello creature lovers and welcome to the universe. Today we are talking about Porcellionides pruinosus care. That's the powder orange, powder blue Oreo crumble. I have a little cheat sheet here because we all know I have a tendency to forget things. As you can see, the studio is painted, but there is still no furniture in here besides this desk and this chair. So we had to open the windows because if we close it, it sounds like I'm talking into the Grand Canyon. So if there is any noise from outside, I'm sorry for that. But now let's dive into Porcellionides pruinosus. First things first, they are a very beginner-friendly species. They reproduce great. We start with the description, with the origin. Originally, they're coming from Mediterranean areas, but they are now cosmopolitan, which means they are spread worldwide. They grow up to 1.2 centimeters in size, and in the wild they have a lifespan from 11 to 14 months, but they can grow up to live as 2 to 3 years in captivity. There are 10 subspecies described, but as always, when it comes to systematics, it's not written in stone. From these 10 subspecies, there are cryptospecies, which means those are subspecies that cannot breed with the other subspecies. And in taxonomics, you know, subspecies can breed with subspecies normally. We have that in isopods also with Porcelliolavis cow. They also can't breed with normal Porcelliolavis. So there will be some changes, some things that might get, there will become our own species, but until now they are listed as pruinosus. But I think in the hobby we don't have subspecies, we only have color morphs. Then we come to the bin. We use the standard isopod bin, the 14-liter bins. We already made a video about setting up the bin, and we link that video in the description. And we use basic substrate. The substrate video will also be linked in the description. Then we have the conditions. For me, with temperatures, there are two important ranges. Number one is what they tolerate. They tolerate 15 to 28 degrees Celsius. That's what they can survive. That's not ideal. Ideal breeding temperatures are about 22 to 25 degrees Celsius. With humidity, if you keep it around 60%, you're always safe. I use moss on one side of the bin, and that gets really watered every week, once a week. It is really damp then, and I only spray the substrate a little bit. Food, their primary food source as decomposers is leaf litter and white rotten wood, also other decaying organic matters. You can feed them all kinds of organic veggies. I would skip cucumber. It's basically water, nothing else, and it will mold very quickly. I like to feed them carrots. They don't mold that fast. For protein source, pruinosus are thriving on protein. They need protein. I use dried silkworm pupae. They work really, really well, but you can also go with freeze-dried peas or something else, fish flakes. I don't like fish flakes in my tank, but go for it, it works. And they eat a lot of calcium. So I always have grounded eggshell in the bin. You also can use cuttlebone or food-grade calcium or animal-grade calcium. It all works. It only must be there all the time. They even can start with cannibalism if there is not enough protein or calcium in the bin. And then everyone's favorite, we come to the morphs. There are a lot of color variations. In Porcellionides pruinosus, we have the orange or powder orange. We have powder blues, which are not that dark. There are darker ones. We have Oreo crumbles, which are basically a wild type isopod with white speckles. In reptiles, we would call them piebald, but Oreo crumble is fine. We have whiteouts, which are basically completely white, and red Dalmatian, orange cream, red koi, orange pied, or however they're gonna call it, is, in my opinion, all the same. It's a crossbreeding of Oreo crumble and powder orange, and then you get the white ones with orange speckles. What's interesting, if you have wild types and you use a flashlight, then there are some of them, you see some of them have this shiny orange on them. And as I found on my researches, those are the real wild types. So they have this orange shining in it. About breeding, breeding is pretty easy. I would say you should not worry about how to breed them. You should worry about what are you doing with the offspring. So they are breeding heavily. You got overcrowded, overrun. What do you need? You need somebody who will take them from you, maybe as feeders. They are pretty good small to middle feeders. And I would say they are also good for bioactive enclosures. A lot of people say you should not use them because they're so protein hungry. I say feed them proteins. They have a wide range of condition tolerance, so they can be used in a lot of enclosures. That's all I can tell you about powder oranges. If you want to try them, go for it. If you want to try some breeding projects, start out with them. They breed very fast. You have a very fast following of generations, so you can breed nice new color forms or already existing color forms by your own with your own lineage. It's a cool thing. Go for it. That's all I can tell you about Porcellionides pruinosus. Have a nice day. I hope you liked it, and see you in the universe. Bye bye.